Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Ashtatara Sutta Shri Srimad Sarvangre Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai ISKCON BBT Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Nam Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Namaste Ho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shadvaita Gadadhar Shivashari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakund Radha Kund Giri Govardhana Ki Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Shri Mayapur Navadvip Dham Ki Jai Ganga Mai Ki Jai Jamuna Mai Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Tulsi Devi Ki Jai Shama Veta Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai Nitai Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Shamini Tinamane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shinyavari Paschatya Desatarine. I'll do it. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Mukam Karoti Vachalam Bhagalangayate Girim Yakripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Shri Chaitanya Manovishtam Shrapitam Yena Bhutale Shayambrapakaramayam dharati shapadantikam Manchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindhuvevacha Patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivashari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Welcome to everyone. I think it's very important that we speak about Krishna's love for us. Sometimes it's difficult to understand why Krishna would love us, or even if he does. And I wanted to facilitate a little discussion and introspection and meditation. We're running out of time, and this is an important topic, so I want to utilize this time. So many of us, maybe all of us, at one time or another, or maybe all the time, think, why would Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of God and who is surrounded by unlimited devotees who love him, why would he care about me? Any of you ever think like that? And or another question is, why would he love me? Because I can't think of reasons that he would love me. Like if I compare myself to the gopis, I don't really compare. If I compare myself to those who actually love Krishna, then it appears that it just doesn't make sense. Why would Krishna love me? Does anyone have any other thoughts that they've ever had that would indicate why it would make us think that it's difficult to understand or accept why Krishna would love us? Any of you have anything you've ever thought?
I did too many sins.
Oh yes, yeah. I've done too many sins. I exceeded my limitation of sins. Now I'm condemned eternally. Yeah, I think we've all thought like that. Yeah. Or another variation of that is, it's not just the number, it's the nature of the sins. Because some sins were so bad It's not even a question of number, it's just that it was so bad. That why would Krishna even want to talk to me anymore? Because like if you hurt someone in this world badly, they may never want to see you again, and they may actually desire that you suffer. Another reason? This can be a reason you have, or a reason you could consider, or a reason that you've seen other people have. Yes? Yeah. I am officially nobody. And there's unlimited nobodies in the material world, and I'm one of them. And so with unlimited nobodies, if one is missing, nobody even cares, and nobody even knows.
If Krishna loves me, why am I suffering?
Oh yeah. If Krishna loves me, why am I suffering? Yeah, that's common. Or even if God exists, why am I suffering? Yeah.
Why so many people are suffering?
Or if I'm not suffering, other people are suffering. Yeah. What else?
I don't deserve to be loved.
Oh, that's a big one. I don't deserve to be loved. I have an answer for that, but I'm going to wait and give it in a minute. I don't deserve to be loved. Yeah, and I think everything we said culminates in I don't deserve to be loved. I've done many sinful activities. I'm a nobody. And for millions of lifetimes, what have I done to serve Krishna? Maybe I gave a donation in church in my last life, but probably not much more than that. What else? I think part of I don't deserve it is I don't have any qualifications. I'm looking for a job, and what job are you looking for? To be loved by Krishna. What's on your CV that gives you that qualification? I don't have any. So why would he love me? Yes.
Another reason is that we have the role models who experience love of God, and they're very different from us. They're doing something we cannot do.
Oh, we have brother. Wow, could you do that? That's pretty much off the charts for most people, isn't it? Yeah. And you go down the list. Ambarish Maharaj. Durvasa Muni tries to kill him. And Durvasa comes back and asks for forgiveness. And Ambarish says, no problem. Let's have breakfast. Okay, I have a question for you. If somebody tried to kill you, would you have like a little issue with serving them breakfast the next day or later that day? Would you have a problem with that? Maybe a little bit, right? Might be kind of like slightly, you speak of trauma. Trauma is such a big word now, yeah. Someone tries to kill you, that's a pretty big trauma, right? And more traumatic to see them again, because generally trauma is triggered by seeing the person who created the trauma. And Ambarish is like, yeah, whatever, don't worry about it, it's not a big thing. Let's have breakfast. Your breakfast is ready. Yeah, so go down the list. Thakur Haridas. He's being beaten they're trying to kill him and they're beating him ruthlessly. And Thakur Haridas is praying, oh Krishna, these men are just following the order of their leader. Their leader told them to kill me. Please don't punish them. Please bless them. Can you imagine? Someone's trying to kill you and you're praying for their welfare. That's off the charts. Right? I would imagine that the ordinary reaction to being whipped to death would be, if I live through this, it's over for you when I meet you. It'd be something like that, right? I'm going to get back. If I live through this, I will get back at you with a vengeance, and it's going to be ugly. That would be the normal human reaction, not, I pray that you will not suffer for what you're doing. Right? That's the point that Shyam Govind is making. It's such a good point. So now I'm reading our books about all these great devotees, and when I read them, I think, no, I don't have my bead bag, but if I had my bead bag, it's time to hang this bead bag up. I'll never be like them. You're just like, why even try? You ever feel like that? Like what's the use? I can't be like that. And so, if this is what you have to be like for Krishna to love you, how would it be possible that he could love me? Because I'm pretty much the opposite, 180 degrees, right? Such a good point. Yeah. Thank you, Shyam Govinda. You get a bonus point for that one. That's so good. Isn't it? Yeah, thank you. What else? Anyone have another one? Why Krishna wouldn't love me?
I didn't do enough for him.
I don't know, that's a good one. I'm a devotee, but I hardly do anything. I think that goes with Shyam Govindas also, because look at the pure devotees, what they do. And look what I'm doing. It goes back to the CV also. Like, what's on my CV that Krishna would look at me and go, yeah, you're cool. I like you. You know. Or we're thinking, Krishna will look at us and go, you? You hardly do anything for me. You hardly think about me. Like, why would I love you? Would you love somebody who does nothing for you? Very little for you? Yeah. I just want to clarify, these are all material considerations. These are not real considerations from Krishna's perspective. These are considerations from our perspective. And so it's important to recognize that. But it's important that we recognize these material considerations, because all of us have one, if not all of these. Anything else?
Does Krishna give up on me already?
When? You mean you've tried to be a good devotee and it's so difficult that you feel like Krishna abandoned you? Like, because I don't love him and I've had enough time to love him, he's given up on me, he's gone to somebody else. Wow. I never thought of that one. I want to note that some of these come from our own conditioning. Like, we may have had experiences like where someone gave up on us, and so it could generate that feeling. Not necessarily, but it could. Right. Yeah. Thank you for that. What else? I didn't distribute enough books.
Because I'm offending other people. Because I'm offending other people.
I'm offending other people. Oh yeah, I'm offending other people. Yeah. That is a good reason for him to give up on you, according to Shastra. But you have to ask for forgiveness. But if you keep offending, yeah, it's true, he would give up on you, at least temporarily. Yeah. But sometimes we are not offending and we think we are. And this is really interesting. We're not actually making offense. We think we're making offense, so then we think Krishna has abandoned us when he hasn't. And because we think like that, we feel like that. And it never happened. Do you ever think somebody's thinking something about you and they're not, and you're going crazy? I know what they're thinking. And your whole day is ruined, and then you finally ask them, were you thinking this? And they're like, of course not. Why would I think like that? So sometimes criticism is not actually Vaishnava aparad. It's just not nice. But Vaishnava aparad is deeper than that. And so we may think we're offensive, or we may think, whatever, I'm doing nothing, etc. And we may then experience what if we were doing nothing, or we are offending devotees, we kind of imagine how Krishna would abandon us, and then we feel that. That's sad, isn't it? Yes? Very sad. You know, sometimes someone will say to their guru, "Do you like me?" It's like, well, of course I like you. Well, why do you think I wouldn't like you? Well, I came in the temple and you didn't acknowledge me. Say, when did you come in the temple? Well, I came in yesterday. You did? I didn't see you there. There were 14,000 people in the temple. I didn't notice you. Oh, really? You don't hate me? No, I didn't see you. It's like that, imagination. You ever do that one? Yeah. My guru doesn't like me. How do you know? He didn't smile. Maybe so. I can guarantee you there's some gurus who don't smile at anything. So, you know, it's not like, you know, an issue for you. It's not their bhav, you know. And some gurus look at you and smile and they think, wow, what an idiot you are. And they just smile, you know. So like you could, you know, be very happy, my guru loves me, you know. What else? Maybe we should write a book. The 10 best reasons to think Krishna doesn't love me. And the refutations to the reasons Krishna doesn't love me. Anything else? I am unqualified. Yeah. Not even qualified to be a devotee, right? Yeah. I'm not even qualified to be a devotee. Yeah. It's true. But we're not disqualified. We're only unqualified, but not disqualified. You are unqualified to go to Oxford, but we have a program for people from your country, and we're going to let you in Oxford. So you're unqualified, but not disqualified. Yeah. Anything else? Oh, good one. Why would Krishna love a person like me who's always thinking about everything in the universe but him? And always thinking how to love everything in the universe but him. Like, yeah, like why would Krishna love me? I love everything way more in this world than I love him. Siddharnitai ki jai. That is a very good one. I think we all think like that, like pretty much all the time. And if you really want to make that one worse, like we were discussing, just think of devotees who love Krishna. Then you'll even feel worse, right? Yeah. This is getting quite depressing, isn't it? I don't know, maybe I should stop asking. Like, I don't love Krishna. Yeah, like because in this world, people don't just go up to you and say, I love you. I say, but you don't even know me. I know, I just love you. I mean, a few people do that for YouTube, you know, give people money, you know. But that's extremely rare. Yeah. Why would you love me? I don't love you. Why would you love me? I don't even think of you. You know, I don't think of you enough. And I think of myself more than you. Yeah. Okay. The bad news is over. It's time for good news. We've listed all the reasons we think Krishna wouldn't love us. And I have some good news for you. Not one of those reasons is thought by Krishna. Those reasons are only thought by us. Isn't that good news? So, if we didn't list all the reasons, if there's any more reason you could ever come up with, please think that this is not on Krishna's radar. He doesn't think like this. It would be like a child who's loved by their parents, and the child thinks the parents don't love them because they served dinner 5 minutes late. You know, it's like, you don't love me anymore? Dinner was 5 minutes late. They're like, what are you talking about? Of course I love you. Or I didn't get good grades in school, you don't love me anymore. Like that. So here's a beautiful thought. You probably should make a tattoo. We have to make a t-shirt. Leela Supa, can you write this down? Make a t-shirt. Or Natika Chandra, the t-shirt lady. Where you both are. Krishna doesn't love me because of who I am. He loves me because of who he is. You want to repeat that? Krishna doesn't love me because of who I am. Krishna loves me because of who he is. So all these reasons we gave are considerations of who I am that Krishna doesn't consider. Krishna considers you his part and parcel, his child, and he loves you. That's good news, isn't it? I have compiled quotes from Srila Prabhupada, which we're going to read, explaining how Krishna loves us, or why Krishna loves us, or that Krishna loves us. We're going to recite them, and then I've put these quotations into affirmations, which we'll get to recite. Before we do that, I want to do another exercise. And this is an important exercise. The question is, in what ways can we see that Krishna loves us? Like, what are the manifestations of Krishna? We all said, I doubt that Krishna loves us. Well, let's look at all the things that would exemplify that love. Krishna fulfills our desires. Krishna sends his spiritual master. If Krishna didn't love you, why would he give you a spiritual master? He'd let you rot in hell forever. Right? That means, I want you back in a relationship. Here's a guru. Follow him and you'll get back to me. If he had abandoned us, he would have not sent a guru. Thank you. What else?
Krishna created us, and he's our father and mother, so we never think we are father and mother and us.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. Krishna's our creator, so he's like our father and mother, and fathers and mothers love their children, even if their children are not perfect. Or, if you're not married, and you're around a couple who has a baby, when the baby cries, it's hard to understand how the parents can tolerate it. Because babies cry a lot, or babies have lots of needs. So if it's not your baby and you don't love it, it's like, whoa, that would be really difficult. That's a common reaction for people who don't have kids. But once it's your kid, it's like completely different. The crying is just evokes your desire to help and serve. Yeah, and that, what a beautiful idea. You know how animals, mothers, they have so much love for their offspring, whatever species, you see that, they're protecting them, licking them, cuddling them, giving them the milk and so on. You see that in every species, isn't it? Where did that love come from? It came from Krishna. So like all the love you see in this world came from Krishna. And he doesn't love you? That doesn't make mathematical sense, does it? Every mother loves their offspring. That is Krishna, manifestation of Krishna's love. So Krishna loves he loves his children. And therefore it is not the qualification of the children that he needs to exhibit his love per se. Of course, when you become a devotee, then everything kicks in. But in potential, Krishna's love is available for everyone. And one of the manifestations of his love that I often think of, Bhagavad Gita is just an invitation to go back to his abode and engage with him forever. So Krishna speaks Bhagavad Gita like just to be clear, or just to let us know that I have a relationship with you, I want it, and I have a place for you, and can you just like do it? Like let's make this happen. That's what it is. So if he didn't love us, no Bhagavad Gita. If Krishna didn't love us, his Bhagavad Gita would say something like, too bad, too many sins, too late, forget it, we've got lower planets, that's where you belong. And you blew it. That would be Bhagavad Gita, 2 pages. Just, enjoy while you can, because when you die, it's going to be a mess. But in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying, I love you. Please, please, please. Wow, isn't that beautiful? Thank you. What else?
Remove obstacles and protect us from car accidents.
Depends who's driving. He removes hours. Take cold baths in the winter. I think the Maha Mantra is Krishna's greatest manifestation of love. That's what I think. And if you feel that when you're chanting, your rounds get immediately upgraded to bhava status. You might be sitting in economy japa, but if you think like, this is Krishna's love, you get upgraded to business or first class japa. Thank you for that. What else? Krishna makes miracles happen, yeah. In fact, we're here is a miracle, yeah. Yes? He gives you service, yeah. He lets you serve him. Wow, that's amazing. Little old insignificant me. One out of unlimited entities, and I get to serve him. Special, huh? What to speak if you serve him personally on the altar? Wow. You can wake him up. You can brush his teeth. You can wash his hands and feet. Wow. You can take his pajamas off and dress him. And while you're doing it, you can talk to him. And you get to massage him. Wow. That's pretty good, isn't it? I mean, we don't have time, but you can imagine, if you just think about it, like every food that you like, where did it come from? Who gave it to you? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He puts obstacles in our way to make us stronger. He chooses the perfect obstacle just for you. It's got your name on it. And it's delivered, it's personally delivered to you. And that happened before we became devotees. It was like he put all the things in the way that would help us be open. to spiritual life, right? And if you look at your life, it's really interesting. If you look at your life, and you look at how you became a devotee, you will see that all those obstacles or difficulties or whatever they were necessary. Otherwise, if you didn't have them, when you met devotees, you wouldn't be ready. Isn't it? You wouldn't have had the realization. Take a few out, even maybe one. Just like one experience, if I didn't have it, then when someone was telling me, oh, the material world's a place of suffering, I would have said, you're crazy. It's great. But I had an experience. Maybe not traumatic, but I had enough experiences. So when the devotee said, there's more to life than this, and he said, oh yeah. I don't know what it is, but I feel there is. Right? Yeah. Suffering, hand delivered to your door by the Supreme Personality of Godhead for your benefit. Yes?
I was thinking about the perfection in this creation, like all the species, everything in perfect balance, our human species, how it functions, so we can, you can see definitely that, he's keeping everything.
Yeah. What if Krishna gave you only one leg? That would be pretty hard. He gave you one eye and it was in the back of your head. You had to walk backwards on one leg. Hare Krishna. That's a good one. Do you ever think about that? Like he gave you a body that actually works. It's like, it's nice, right? Isn't it? He gave you a body without hands and you have to eat. Like how do you do it? You just have to put your face on the plate. Yes?
No matter what we did in the past, He always gives us a new life.
Oh yeah. No matter what we did in the past, He allows us to go forward. He's willing to forgive us. Wow, that's a lot of love, isn't it? Isn't there a song like that? A whole lot of love? What? Yeah, so Krishna they were singing about Krishna. Did you know that? Yeah, or they should have done, yeah. Yes. Devotees. Krishna gives us Sangha. Without devotees. Okay, here's the thing. Sometimes we have difficulties with devotees. You ever have a difficulty with a devotee? So, here's my little pitch to all of you who have, I like devotees, but some of them, I don't really like. Here's my little pitch to you. You better learn to like devotees, because when you go back to Godhead, it's only devotees. And you also better learn to like cows, because when you go back to Godhead, there's an awful lot of cows there. They probably don't smell like the cows here, but there's lots of cows there. Lots of cows and lots of devotees. So learn to like cows and learn to like devotees. Hare Krishna. Okay, I think we could go on, but we get the idea that we have all these reasons in our head why Krishna wouldn't love us, but we have all these reasons why He would. And I think the ultimate reason, as I said, He's not loving us because of our qualifications. So if you ever think Krishna doesn't love you because of something that you've analyzed would make Him not love you, we're thinking about people in this world. That's how people in this world, isn't it? That's how they would respond. I don't have qualification, why would He love me? I didn't do anything to love Him, why would He love me? That's how it is in this world. So we're projecting onto Krishna these material qualities, these conditioned qualities. But Krishna is love personified. If you study Krishna's Leela, you will see that everything Krishna does is to increase love. Everything. So why did this happen in this Leela? If you don't know, if you're given a class and somebody asks you, why did this happen in the Leela? Just give this answer. It was to increase love. And you'll always be right. Yes? Increase your love. Krishna does things to increase the love between Him and His devotees. So he is love personified. How could love personified not love you? It doesn't make any sense, does it? So, We're going to do some affirmations based on what Prabhupada said. And I have 20 affirmations. 19 of them are direct quotes from Prabhupada, and one, no. The way it's on the PowerPoint, you'll get deviated because they're affirmations. It's better you don't read them. You can repeat them after me. So 20 of them are direct quotes from Prabhupada, and one is a quote from a devotee who told me that Prabhupada said this. So what we're going to do is I'm going to read what Prabhupada said, then I'm going to read the affirmation, and then you will repeat the affirmation with me. Hopefully this will work. If you can't, we'll put it on the board. Are you ready? Yes. Are you ready?
Yes.
Prabhupada gave the example that if a doctor wanted to cut off your diseased finger instead of healing it, telling you that you will still have 9 fingers left after I cut this finger off, wouldn't you want to save the finger? Of course. Krishna feels the same way about us. He wants a relationship with every one of us, even though he has unlimited devotees. Every person and relationship is valuable. And I want to add to that, and I don't know the reference, but I've confirmed, this is probably Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur said, Krishna has a unique relationship with every living entity. And so the experience that Krishna has, the taste Krishna has in relationship with you, is different from all other living entities. So if you don't give Krishna your love, you deprive Krishna of that specific flavor that he can get only from your love. Is that amazing? Wow. Yeah. Like who would think? Like I could give Krishna a taste of pleasure that nobody else could give him. That's amazing. Turn to the person next to you and tell them, you are amazing. So, I'm going to read the affirmation. This is 2 sentences, and I'll read each sentence so you can repeat. Krishna values a relationship with me. I am valuable to Krishna. Turn to the person next to you and tell them, I am valuable to Krishna. He comes, he loves us. Why not? We are his sons. Why he will not love us? Krishna loves us more than we love him. We do not love him, but Krishna loves. Krishna loves every living being. That is a lecture by Srila Prabhupada. So here's the affirmation. It's a long one. We'll do it in piece by piece. As a father has natural love, affection, and compassion for his children. As a father has natural love, affection, and compassion. That was too much, right? As a father has natural love, affection and compassion for his children. Krishna has love, affection, and compassion for me. Turn to the person next to you and tell them, Krishna has love, affection, and compassion for me. I just want to remind you, everything I'm reading are direct quotes of things Prabhupada spoke or wrote. This is from Bhagavad Gita. It should be understood that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving Father. Prabhupada says, He is supplying all necessities, and He wants to see that we are properly trained up in religious principles. Affirmation 3. Just like a father, Krishna provides me with all the necessities of life. Turn to the person next to you and tell them, Krishna provides me with all the necessities of life. Affirmation 4. Krishna is always guiding us as super soul. Well, no. This is what Prabhupada said then. Krishna is always guiding us as super soul, but due to our forgetfulness, we do not understand that Krishna is our everlasting friend. Just like a friend, Krishna is always with me and guides me from within. Turn to the person next to you and tell them, Krishna, like a friend, guides me from within. Turn to the person next to you and tell them, Krishna loves you. Wow. How does it feel to be loved by the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Pretty good, right? Actually, that's all we're looking for. And everything else we do is a replacement for that love, which is why it doesn't work. It's kind of like you want to get a car and someone gives you a toy car. Well, here's a car. And so we're trying to enjoy this world with toy cars. That's we want the real car, which is love of Krishna. The direct process is sarva guyatamam bhuva shrinume paramam vacha ishto si. I am disclosing this most confidential part of instruction unto you, ishto si, because I love you. It's a lecture by Prabhupada. And then I made a comment. Refusing Krishna's love is like refusing to accept a precious gift from a lover or a friend. Affirmation 5. Krishna speaks the Bhagavad Gita because he loves me. He is inviting me to eternally play and dance with him in the spiritual world. Please repeat. Krishna speaks the Bhagavad Gita because he loves me. He is inviting me to eternally play and dance with him in the spiritual world. Turn to the person next to you and say, Krishna is inviting me to play and dance with him in the spiritual world. Raise your hand if you want to go. Raise your hand if you're going to accept the invitation. Yeah, that's what Bhakti Yoga is. People say, what's Bhakti Yoga? You can tell them. Krishna is inviting us to the spiritual world, and Bhakti Yoga means to accept the invitation. Wow. The Lord accepts the least qualification of the living entity and awards him the highest reward. That is the standard of his character. Therefore, who but the Lord can be the ultimate shelter? Affirmation 6. Krishna accepts my least qualification and gives me the highest reward. Accepts my least qualification. Let's try that one again. We'll divide it. Krishna accepts my least qualification and gives me the highest reward. Turn to the person next to you and tell them what we just said in your own words. I just heard a story. So this devotee, she wants to help her husband become a devotee. And so what she did was, he always watches television. So on top of the television, she put a Bhagavad Gita, and she put the remote control on the ground, so he'd have to bow down to pick up. So Krishna will accept that as obeisances, and he eventually became a devotee. So if you're a guest visiting the temple and you walk in the doorway and you slip and fall and do dandavats, yeah, so Krishna will accept that. Least qualification, you know. Bali Maharaj was very glad to receive the Lord's remaining step upon his head. And thus Bali Maharaj, instead of losing everything he possessed, was blessed by the Lord, becoming his constant companion and doorman. So by giving everything to the cause of the Lord, one does not lose anything, but he gains everything that he could never otherwise expect. Affirmation 7, Krishna's love is so great that he became the gatekeeper of Bali Maharaj. Krishna's love is so great that he became the gatekeeper of Bali Maharaj. So you can tell your partner, by giving everything to Krishna, you will not lose anything, but you will gain everything. Okay. Lord Krishna accepted the motherhood of Putana because she pretended to be an affectionate mother, allowing Krishna to suck her breast. So if you don't know the story, this witch assumed a form of a beautiful woman, and she wanted to breastfeed Krishna when he was a baby, and she put poison on her breast, so her intention was to kill him. But Krishna accepted her as a mother, and he gave her liberation. The Lord accepts the least qualification of the living entity and awards him the highest reward. That is the standard of his character. Therefore, who but the Lord can be the ultimate shelter? So here's the affirmation. Krishna's love is so great that he offered Putana the position of mother. How could I take shelter of anyone else? Turn to the person next to you and tell them, how could I take shelter of anyone else? In the material world, we distinguish between love and animosity. But God's animosity and God's love are the same thing. Therefore, he is called achintya, or inconceivable. God's love for the gopis and God's enmity for Kamsa achieved the same result. Both Kamsa and the gopis went to the spiritual world. This is beautiful because it says here that Krishna cannot have animosity. And if it looks like animosity, it's love disguised as animosity, as anger. That's good to know, right? Like, Krishna doesn't know, how to hate. He only knows how to love. That's good news, right? All of Krishna's actions are loving. Even his so-called enmity is loving. Turn to the person next to you and tell them, even Krishna's enmity is love in disguise. Therefore, this one practice, chanting Hare Krishna and hearing, that is very nice. Praying to Krishna, please give me strength. Hare, O energy of Krishna, O Krishna, I am fallen. I have no strength. Please accept me. That's all. I have no qualifications. I am frail. I am trying, but I am failing. All these appeals should be made, and Krishna is all-powerful. He can do anything. Even we do not perform, even we just try our best. If we fail, Krishna will help us. Just like a child, he does his best, but he falls down. The mother takes up and says, all right, come on, walk. Like that. Wow. So we have more for our mantra song. O Radha, O Krishna, please give me strength. O energy, O Krishna, I am fallen. I have no strength, please accept me. I have no qualification, I am frail, I am trying, but I am failing. Wow. Isn't that beautiful? Try your best. If we fail, Krishna will help us. So here's the affirmation. Krishna's love is so great that even though I am unqualified, He accepts me and offers me the highest reward. Turn to the person next to you and tell them, even though I'm unqualified, Krishna accepts me and offers me the highest reward. Hare Krishna. Gauranga. I bet you didn't know Prabhupada said all these things, did you? You know, I made a discovery when I was doing this. I want to share it with you, because you can do this also. You see a lot of these quotes, Prabhupada saying, Krishna loves you. And I make the affirmation, Krishna loves me. I make it personal, right? Krishna loves everyone. Krishna loves me. So when you're reading things that Prabhupada says, you can make it personal. When he's saying, Krishna loves all living entities, you can say, Krishna loves me. That's all I'm doing here. Krishna comes and he wanted to establish that reciprocal exchange of love, which is called bhakti. You love, this is Prabhupada's definition of bhakti. This is so cool. What is bhakti? Another definition. You love Krishna and Krishna loves you. That's bhakti. What's this Hare Krishna movement all about? God loves you and you love Him. That's what it's all about. Krishna loves you even without your love. Otherwise, how are you eating? You cannot live even for a moment without Krishna's mercy. That's a fact. Affirmation. Krishna will always love me even if I don't love Him. Turn to the person next to you and tell them, Krishna will always love me even if I don't love Him. I think now we need to take a pause for a wow. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow. There's a devotee. He's now in Michigan. When something was really exciting in Krishna consciousness, he would say, this is jai worthy. This is worthy of a jai. Which is the translation for wow in Sanskrit. So I think this statement was jai worthy. What do you think? Krishna will always love me even if I don't love Him. That is a jai worthy statement on steroids, for sure. This love of Krishna for Radharani is often compared to a blooming lotus. The only difference is that Krishna's love remains ever increasingly beautiful. So it's like a flower that never dies. Krishna's love remains ever increasingly beautiful. It doesn't die. Turn to the person next to you and say, Krishna loves me eternally. You have seen that picture that a calf is by the side of Krishna and it is trying to lick up the body of Krishna, and Krishna is embracing. What this animal has got, no education, no strength, no beauty, nothing of the sort. Simply he has got the feeling, my Lord, I love you. That's all. Wow. You know, all your disqualifications, and Krishna's loving an animal? Like, how qualified are they? What did they do? Just like the mother loves the child, there is no question of sense gratification. Simply for the sake of love, the mother loves the child. Similarly, love means if I love you, I don't want any return. Still, I love you. That is the way we're meant to love Krishna. That's how Krishna loves us. So I kind of rewrote this in an affirmation that I felt would help us. I accept Krishna's love as his gift to me, and I serve Krishna without asking anything in return. Turn to your person next to you and say, I accept Krishna's love as his gift to me. So we're up to affirmation 14. There will be breakfast. It's on its way. But you might be so satisfied after this class, you won't want to eat. Lord Chaitanya taught, O Lord, whether you trample me under your feet, or embrace me, or leave me broken-hearted by not being present before me, that does not matter. You are completely free to do anything, for you are my worshipable Lord unconditionally. Prabhupada says, if you try to love Krishna in this way, nothing in the whole world can check you. You only have to develop your eagerness. Krishna, I want you. That's all. There is no question of being stopped. In any condition, your love will increase. If you attain that state, you will feel fully satisfied. Prabhupada is saying to all us nobodies and disqualified in so many ways, if you're eager to love Krishna, that's all you need. Krishna will reciprocate. Affirmation 14. If I try to love Krishna purely, nothing in the world can stop me. And this love is the only thing that can make me happy. Turn to the person next to you and tell them, this love is the only thing that can make me happy. That would be a good lyric for a song, wouldn't it? Real thing is bhakti. What can you offer to Krishna? Everything belongs to Krishna. What you have got. What is your value? And what is the value of your things? It is nothing. Therefore, real thing is bhaktya. Real thing is your feeling. Krishna, kindly take it. I have no qualification. I am most rotten, fallen, but I have brought this thing for you. Please accept it. This will be accepted. No matter who we are, we bring something to Krishna and say, please accept. He will accept it. Krishna is so kind that whatever insignificant things I offer him with love, he will accept. Turn to the person next to you and say, Krishna will accept anything I offer him with love. Now here in this world, we have got experience. that we want to love somebody, anyone, even in the animal kingdom. A lion loves the cubs. Love is there. It is called prema. Therefore, this loving affair is there also in God. And when we come in contact with God, our dealings will be simply on the basis of love. I love Krishna or God, and Krishna loves me. This is our exchange of feelings. Wow. I love Krishna, and Krishna loves me. This is our exchange of feelings. Affirmation. That's the affirmation. I love Krishna, and Krishna loves me. This is our exchange of feelings. Turn to the person next to you and tell them, I love Krishna and Krishna loves me. In the Brahma Samhita it is stated, one can see the Supreme Personality of Godhead Govinda always within and outside himself if one has developed the transcendental loving attitude towards Krishna. Affirmation. With love for Krishna, I can see Krishna everywhere at every moment. Love for Krishna. Turn to the person next to you and tell them the same thing. With love for Krishna, I can see Krishna everywhere at every moment. For Krishna, a lover of God loves everyone, and his love reaches everyone. When you water the root of a tree, you are nourishing all the parts of the tree, the trunk, branches, twigs, and leaves. When you give food to the stomach, you are satisfying the entire body. And when you love God, you love everyone and everything. If we can love Krishna, then through Krishna's love, we can expand our love for everyone. Affirmation. Through my love for Krishna, I can expand my love for everyone. Tell the person next to you, through my love for Krishna, I can love everyone. Prabhupada once told his personal assistant, my desire is to spread Krishna consciousness everywhere at once. Affirmation. Because I love Krishna, I want to see everyone in the world become Krishna conscious. All right, we have to. Because I love Krishna, I want to see everyone in the world become Krishna conscious. Turn to the person next to you and tell them, I want to see everyone in the world become Krishna conscious. We're up to number 20. I want to preach that God loves you, and I want you to show people by your actions that God loves them. This is a paraphrase. What Prabhupada was saying. I want you to preach to everyone that God loves them. Like, what is preaching? Tell everybody that God loves you. And then Prabhupada said, but I want you to show that God loves them by how you act towards them and how you act in general. So show them your love. And you'll be showing Krishna's love. And through you, they'll understand God loves them. So here's the last affirmation. Through my actions towards others, I show them that God loves them. Tell the person next to you, I show everyone that God loves them through my behavior. Okay, we have finished, and it's only suitable that we end this class by telling your partner, God loves me and God loves you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Jai Go Premanandi Hari Hari Go. And if you ever doubt this, just remember, you are projecting your doubts on Krishna, and Krishna is only love. Krishna does not know how not to love. He doesn't know. He hasn't figured it out yet. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Go Premanandi Hari.
His Grace Mahatma Prabhu